Hey guys, this is Stud Baker here. Going to go over my favorite back exercise, bent over barbell row. I'm going to demonstrate certain ways that I like to do it, some of the different methods you can use to hit different parts of your back, and overall why I think it's a great exercise. It's a big staple with some of the bodybuilders back from the 60s and 70s. They would always do these, get really nice back thickness, lat width. You can build a lot of upper back muscle, so really great exercise. So there's really two big main ways you can do them in terms of grip, and I'll try to give a demonstration here. But essentially, if you grip it closer, when you pull, and forgive me, I've got a bit of kyphosis, a little upper back rounding there, so it looks, my lower back's not really rounded, but it always looks like my upper back's rounding. So just keep that in mind. When you go really close, you can't get your arms back as far, versus if I widen my grip, I can get my arms back a lot farther. And you can see the difference there. If I'm close, it's as far as back as they go, but if I go wide, I can get them back a lot farther. And what that does is you can get a really good squeeze in your inner back when you go with a wide grip. So if you're trying to work your rhomboids, you get inner middle back thickness. Go with a wider grip. When you go with a closer grip, it's going to engage a little more lat muscle. So just keep that in mind when you're doing any sort of bent over row or back exercise. I'm not doing a lot of weight here. This is like 65 pounds, but just to give you guys an example of what I'm talking about. If I go with the wider grip, like I said, it'll be more, you can get a better squeeze, the upper back. And one big thing I'll mention, I've been watching Brian Alsher, who has his own YouTube channel. He's a strong man, just a really strong dude, great channel, a lot of good info. And one thing I've been focusing on with my bent over rows lately is he talks about kind of like when you're doing a deadlift, you want the bar to be over, split your foot in half when you're starting your barbell row. So really make sure you've got it where it splits your foot in half. So when you're pulling it up, it's closer to your body, and you have a lot more power. Versus anytime you drift away from your body, and a lot of old school bodybuilders would do it like that, you get a good contraction, but you're not gonna, if you're going for strength gain, that's not the way to do it really far away. The closer in you get, much more power if you're trying to go for overall strength. And I've been focused more on strength lately, so that's how I've been trying to do mine. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple sets here. This will be a working set, not a lot of weight, but 95 pounds is what I'm going to start out with. And you guys can kind of just watch my form. I do use a little momentum sometimes, more focus on power, but I always make sure not to round my lower back. Your upper back, it's not a big deal, and you can see mine's already a little rounded in the first place. But your lower back, definitely be careful with your lower back. Like I said, split your foot in half. Be careful when you make sure you pull it up. Remember, and this is a huge thing on back exercises, is it's not you're not pulling up with your arms. Your arms are just like little handles or hooks, and you're just pulling your elbows back. That's all you're doing. You're not curling it up with your arms. Your back is pulling the muscle. I mean, your back muscle's pulling the weight up, and they're just little hooks or little handles that just pull the weight up. It's your back doing the work, not your arm. So if you're going like this, you got the weight too heavy, or your back's not strong enough, you need to drop the weight down. And I'll try to show you here. This is give you a demonstration. I'm going to do a few the right way and a few the wrong way, and you guys can decide which is right. I'll let you guys be the judge of that one there. Alright guys, I'm going to do my last set here. I only did a few sets as I'm demonstrating, and I probably should work out a lot more, but I just try to pick one exercise and do a couple good sets every day. Doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not really, but you'd be surprised what muscle you can maintain or even grow if you do progressive overload just by doing a few exercises. So I'm going to do a set of barbell rows here with 145. I'm only shooting for like 4 or 5. And I'll mention I'm still working on get some of the stuff painted around the house, so it's a bit of a working project, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, this will be a set of 145 here. I'm shooting for 4 to 5. Probably be a little momentum involved, but I'm just trying to keep my low back in a good position and get some power drives. Hey guys, just want to give some quick feedback on my last set there. My lower back does look like it could be a little straighter when I start the set. No pain or anything when I lift, and I always try to, squeeze my buttocks and make sure I'm braced pretty well overall. It does look like my arms are engaging a little more than I'd like, but I still really feel it in my back. My arms weren't too stressed or anything. So keep in mind your arms obviously do have to do some work there. And just to give feedback, the 2 exercises I was trying to show how to use your arms as kind of hooks instead of just pulling up with your arms. If you guys couldn't tell, it was a little hard in the video to see. It's the second set that I use my arms way too much. I was just trying to give a good demonstration and example there. So just keep that in mind. Like I said, I think the bent over row is just a really great exercise. Something that a lot of you guys could do, that you could, if you want to get really good back thickness, you can change the width, change the grip, and you'll have, much better, back thickness. You get a lot of lat engagement. It inadvertently works your, brachialis and bicep and forearm a little bit too, obviously. It's kind of a secondary exercise. But if you're trying to gain really good power, definitely look into the exercise. Having a good, strong upper back will help support your bench press as well. Helping you stabilize your overhead press, squat, deadlift, all of them. Great carryover exercise. So definitely keep it in mind. And I appreciate you guys, watching the video. If you have any suggestions or questions or anything, just let me know. I'm always a work in progress myself. I need to lose a little weight, trying to tighten up, get fitter, get stronger. And I appreciate you joining me on my journey. So have a good day, guys. Thanks.